Northern Kenya, once a land where cattle thrived, is cracking under the weight of drought today. Herders watch helplessly as their animals fall. Hunger creeps closer as hope feels distant. But now an unexpected solution has emerged, one so small that it had been ignored all along. Crickets, tiny creatures packed with power. At first they were feared, but now they might be the key to survival in the region. Women of the Maasai tribe, who once relied on cattle, are embracing a new way of life. Can these six-legged insects truly replace the mighty herds? Stay with us as our report takes you inside this tiny revolution.
In the sun-scorched plains of northern Kenya, life has always revolved around cattle. The rhythm of hooves, the songs of herders, and the promise of milk and meat define survival. But the land has been changing. Droughts stretch on for years, waterholes are drying up, cattle is collapsing, and there are bones scattered like forgotten relics of the past. Between 2021 and 2023, over 2.6 million livestock perished. Disease, land scarcity, and relentless bandit attacks turned once thriving herders into desperate survivors.
I
love cattle very much, but they face many challenges. During drought, most of them die, and also during heavy rains, they contract diseases. They lack enough feed. They are not safe because of bandits who steal them.
But when one way of life crumbles, another must rise. And this time, salvation comes on 6 tiny legs. When the idea of cricket farming arrived, people laughed. Crickets were seen as pests, bad omens, even threats to livestock. If one chirped too close to a homestead, it was crushed without a second thought. But then came the training. Experts explained the power of crickets, how these tiny creatures could provide food, money, and resilience in the face of drought. Women of the Maasai tribe listened. Some hesitated, but there were some who dared to try.
The challenges that have made me love cricket farming because cricket rearing does not require a lot of land. You are not required to move from one place to another. It does not take long because you do not need to go into the forest to look for feed. All you need is to build a shelter and feed them.
And the results were astonishing. Unlike cattle, crickets are low maintenance. They don't need vast grasslands or gallons of water. They thrive in tiny spaces, they multiply fast, and they are packed with protein, vitamins, and minerals.
We believed crickets were a bad thing. We used to say that if crickets come to our homes, they will kill our cattle. Anytime we saw a cricket near our homes, we would kill it. But later on, we were educated that it is of value, and we informed everyone at home that cricket is not dangerous.
Across pastoralist communities, at least 34 groups have now embraced cricket farming. Experts say this shift isn't just about survival, it's about empowerment. Cricket farming provides independence. It eliminates the need to chase unreliable rains. It creates a steady source of income in a world where cattle are no longer a guarantee.
The cricket now provides a safety net. Now, ICP is actually championing the cause in terms of providing technologies that crickets can be mass-produced using readily available substrates like kitchen waste.
But not everyone is convinced. Cultural taboos run deep. Many still wrinkle their noses at the thought of eating insects. Even though awareness campaigns are underway, change takes time. But for the women who have already taken the leap, there's no turning back. They see a future where hunger is a thing of the past, a future where tiny creatures bring big change.
When they came to teach us, the Maasai, about crickets, we were shocked.
What is this cricket? At first, we did not agree with the teachings. Why are we being taught about crickets? How will crickets help us? But when we agreed to be trained, we understood its value and we know it will help us in the future.
The only question left, will the rest of Kenya hear the chirp of opportunity?
Greeting you with aloha and namaste.
I love India.
Presence, occupation of a territory by another country pertains to India, what we saw in Kashmir.
How do you see Trump's America?
Yes, the current administration behaves differently from the previous administration.
Are you saying that there are foreign powers who are trying to bring down the current government in Syria?
Exactly.
Iran, maybe Russia too.
Prime Minister Modi committed to South-South, cooperation.
Not over 50%. Is Ukraine prepared to pay the price for that peace?
No compromises at the cost of territorial integrity and sovereignty.